So do you also think I should buy expensive items every single day? Buying new expensive clothes, shoes, watches, buying cars, buying houses, and let's say partying every single night? Do you also think like that? If you think that's why you're watching this video, guys, because that's what freedom actually means to you.
It's for the people who don't believe that they are worthy enough of making more money.
That I'm 28 years old. My net worth is close to about $20 million, and I've made this money myself.
Because all of society, from the YouTube videos to the TV shows to the school, every single thing is trying to program them in one direction. You have to combat that.
And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I truly believe that.
So I know like this might be the 8th, 9th, or maybe 20th video you will be watching on what freedom actually means, and so just tell me one thing. How much have you so far like earned watching these kind of videos, right? Obviously you have earned nothing. You're just watching these videos for instant gratification. You get these kind of dopamine hits, like this guy is successful, I can be also there, but you're just not putting in the work. You're just watching these videos. Like seems like you're just wasting your time, and you're not just realizing in the end like eventually what matters is taking action, right? So first of all, guys, just get up and just work for your dreams, right? Whatever you think you want to become, start working for it, right? Because if you're not going to know the power of freedom, then you're not going to actually work for it. In this specific video, guys, I'm going to tell you like the actual power of freedom, which actually came into my life after starting my own agency. I'm just going to tell you like basic things, like in the past where my position was, and as of now like what's my current position looks like. Every single thing will be in detail. I'll try to keep the video short. Stick with me, and I'll try to realize like what the actual power of freedom is, right? So as a child, like when I was growing up in my early childhood, I always wanted to buy new expensive clothes, right? But at the same point, I knew like I belong to a middle class family, so I always killed my own wants. Why? Because I wanted to buy expensive shit, expensive shoes, watches, PS4, video games, you just name it. It was all expensive, like 30,000-40,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees. So when even bicycles, even when I used to go to my parents and ask them to get me this and that, and when they used to ask me for the price, I used to feel this guilt. I'm asking for something which is kind of expensive. Maybe at one point, out of love, out of happiness for me, they might just go out there and just buy it for me. But at the same time, I used to feel this instant guilt in myself, like how can I just ask for these kind of expensive items from my parents? Like there was a time I used to actually ask my parents to get me Nike shoes. At that point of time, it was like a big thing for me buying Nike shoes, had that logo. So it was kind of expensive for us to afford, because no one in our family actually like has ever bought a Nike pairs, right? So it was just me, like who bought them for the first time, and I actually got them because of my parents. I actually demanded it, like I was requesting a lot, just get me the pairs and everything. So all the demands that I had from my parents in my childhood, I knew these kind of demands will definitely burn a hole in their pockets, right? And just because of that guilt awareness, I never actually went out there and asked them to buy me something, right? So buying clothes and whatnot, right? So if I talk about my current situation, guys, I can just go out there and just buy any of the stuff I mentioned, any of the stuff. Let it be shoes, watches, clothes, and it's like I can do this every single day, right? So I'm not bragging or boasting about anything, but all I'm telling, this is the power of the freedom, right? So for me, it's not the power of freedom. For me, freedom means like just doing what I love at the present moment, right? If I feel like going to the gym, I go to the gym. If I feel like watching a movie, right? If I feel like going out with my friends, going out with my friends. If I feel like going to a traveling trip, it's like booking the tickets and going to travel, right? This is what actually means freedom to me. For you, it might be buying cars, houses and whatnot, but for me, it's like doing things which makes me feel like, I'm free in terms of, like doing things in that particular moment, right? So that's that, right? So now you'll be asking, Bhavesh, like, like I started my own agency, I achieved all of this in the last 3 years, so how can you also do the same, right? So for me personally, what worked as marketing agency business model for you, I'm not sure if it's going to work, right? Because I think it might work, but you have to make it work. But if you think like this business model is not for you, just don't get into this, because there are other business models as well. Let's say affiliate marketing, blogging. So I have written down some business ideas here. So affiliate marketing, yeah, drop shipping is one. And most importantly, with the chat GPT, which is like just trending right now, you can just start a copywriting agency. Just be creative, do some brainstorming how you can just use chat GPT to start an agency or like make some kind of revenue for yourself, right? Because a lot of people are doing it, and then you are just stopping behind, you're just lagging behind. So just think of something new, how you can just use chat GPT to just make additional kind of money, additional revenue for yourself, right? So guys, a few things I wanted to tell you, like, how you can actually achieve these kind of things in your life. It's like, first let's talk about the basics, like being consistent, being persistent, not giving up when you are not getting the results, being resilient, right? So these three things are so much important, which gives you like so much benefits later down the line. If it's the gym, if it's the business, if you can be consistent as well as persistent, even if you feel like today I'm not feeling like hitting the gym, go to the gym, and when you will come back, you'll just thank yourself like, yeah, like it for the best, I hit the gym and now I'm feeling good. So just because of all these three principles, like there is a effect known as compounding effect, which plays a very big role in your life. The more things you're going to do with more repetition, you're going to get better at it. At the same time, compounding effect will also play a huge role in that, and will give you more benefits in the near future. You're going to start reaping those benefits, right now. Let's say, for example, you start hitting the gym, 1 weekend, 2 weekend, let's say 3 months in, you're not going to see any result, right? 6 months down the line, you will start seeing the results. You will start seeing that vein, you will start seeing that, you're seeing that muscle definition, you're getting muscles, chest definition, traps definition, every single thing. So it's like compounding effect, right? Eventually you will start seeing the results. And same with the business also. If you're starting a business, just stick with it, just don't give up. I've seen student guys, and I feel very, very sad from deep of my heart, like they start a business, they invest so much time, and soon after 4 5 months, if they don't get any results, they just quit, and just they get back to like what they were doing before. So it's like they just wasted 4 months. Now they're again going back to the things which was a kind of a waste in their life, right? So just stick to it, stick in there, even if it takes a year, 2 year, 3 year later down the line to get successful. Just why not? Because once you get successful, guys, then you can just do anything you want. That's like freedom, right? Right now, if you feel like doing something, you have to go to your parents, ask them for the money, and then going out to do that thing, right? It could be anything, playing games, arcade, or let's say buying something, clothes, shoes, watches, buying a house, or whatever it is. You have to go out there, ask for the money, and then do something, right? So that's the thing, guys. Before starting this agency, I was this close on the words to start network marketing thing. I was like, I'm not going to call it a trap, but I already made my mind to, I will be going forward with like network marketing thing. Like there's a lot of money to be made. But I'll thank my parents, like they somehow stopped me not to enroll myself to in that network marketing thing, and those guys were asking around 30,000 rupees to start up, right? So that's close to around $300 or $400 to start up, right? So I never enrolled myself into that thing, and I started my agency instead. And now after 3 years, like what my current position is. So if I tell you guys, like, after 3 years, if I can go out there and shop anything, it's true. I can just shop anything, and whenever I feel like. That's the power of freedom, right? Just anything. And I obviously, before buying anything, I tell that to my parents out of respect, because I have the money. I don't, but I have to tell them out of respect, because respect is always there. But my point is, guys, like, if you want to achieve freedom, you should be having some kind of skill set, right? And when I'm saying skill set, it should be sales, prospecting. You should know how to close clients over a Zoom call, or let it be like how to build a business. Building a business is not everyone's thing. And if you can build a business once, you can do it again, then again and again. So here's like another action plan for you: start a business, start accumulating a lot of cash. Having a good cash flow business is like the best thing you can do in your life, right? So once you start getting like good enough cash flow from a business, start reinvesting that cash flow into stocks, mutual funds, index funds. Start slowly get into real estate market, and that's how you actually create like a lot of income channels for yourself. And once you have like a lot of passive sources, guys, it will be very easy. You don't even have to think like, should I go ahead and purchase this or not? Will it going to hurt my pocket? Will it going to burn a hole in my pocket, right? So it's all about, the more income sources you have, the more freely you can live your life. That's what I actually mean, and that's the actual power of freedom. I guess, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. So I really want you guys to just sit down for a moment for, let's say, 30 minutes, have a notepad and a pen, and write down like what you want to achieve in your life. What freedom actually means to you. Is it cars? Is it buying houses? Is it partying all night? Is it traveling? Or let's say, is it buying expensive watches, buying expensive clothes? Or is it just being free like me? Just write it down on the notepad for half an hour, and then on the next page write 4 to 5 business models, right, with the pros, the cons, and see for yourself which business model suits you the best, right? And if it's SMMA, you can just browse my channel anytime. It has a lot of potential value for you guys, from starting your marketing agency from scratch and scaling it, right? But if it's another business model, on YouTube you're going to find a lot of videos, and it's for the best, guys. Just select a business model and stick to it. My only urge for you guys is just sticking to the business plan, not quitting until you actually see some success. For SMMA, it might be getting first few clients, right? For affiliate marketing, it might be the getting first few sales, right? For blogging, it takes a lot of time, but it's like getting, let's say, first 100,000 visitors to get some kind of cash flow, some revenue from Google AdSense, right? So there's a lot of things, but my urge to you guys is just stick to the business plan, and just wait for the right moment, because that right moment will always come for you guys. It's all about waiting there humbly, and just have this optimistic attitude, most of the times. But anyways, guys, this was the video. I just wanted to create the video on like what does freedom actually means personally to me, and what does it means to you. So I know I've just told you like what it means to me. For you it might be different, so I would love to hear the feedback of what freedom actually means to you guys, right? So obviously comment section is always open for you guys. You can just drop what freedom actually means to you, and you can also drop a POV, what do you think about me personally in terms of like telling this thing, like if it's positive, if it's like positively affecting you, or is it negatively affecting you. Again, guys, just letting you know, I didn't want it to come here and boast and brag about my achievements. All I'm saying, if I can do it, then why not you guys? So guys, that's it, and let's talk very soon. I'll be back with more good videos for you guys. Until then, keep taking action, and yeah guys, just drop in the comment section what freedom actually means to you. Bye.